Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Let's get it. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as the 5 things to watch out for in the Bitcoin market this week, and quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser, Bukele plus Bitcoin equals an unstoppable symbiotic masterpiece of sovereignty. Preach. Also, spot Bitcoin ETF will be a bloodbath for the crypto exchanges, according to the top Bloomberg ETF analyst. We'll also be discussing Grayscale CEO says the spot Bitcoin ETF approval would unlock about $30 trillion worth of advised wealth for the King Crypto. Let's go. Also, breaking news. Bitwise launches the crypto ETF media campaign with the most interesting man in the world. We're also going to be discussing the latest where Bitcoin won't be beaten as a digital store of value, according to the VanEck CEO. We'll also be discussing crypto analysts predicting the next leg up for Bitcoin above $50,000. I'll be breaking down his timeline as well as the big catch. We're also going to be discussing Michael Saylor predicts Bitcoin is about to 425x. I'll be sharing why with the latest Michael Saylor prediction. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this plus so much more in today's show. Now, welcome crypto fam to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Massive shout out to everyone out there in the live chat. This is a interactive show, so make sure to say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and let me know if the stream is loud, clear, and smooth. I greatly appreciate that. Shout out Robbie Kaiser, what it do fam? Brian Hammond, Phil Dees, welcome Keith Hunt. Appreciate you guys. Yes, Dirty in the building. Will Stopson versus Guru. Passive income with AI. I like 420x. I think everyone here at Crypto News Alerts appreciates 420. Just saying. Welcome, James Elsie. Good to see you, family. Appreciate you tuning into the podcast. Punchy Coffee. What it do? The stream is perfect. Love to hear that. Thank you. Sailing with Twins, welcome. Shout out to all the moderators as well. Maximus Dankness and the fam. Stedge Lash, let's go. Tulum. Is that where you're from? Mexico? Let me know. I actually visited the ruins of Tulum, the Mayan ruins. It was actually quite lit. What up, Creeper? Good to see you, buddy. Stu buys crypto. Welcome from, looks like Canada, eh? Loud and clear, says Gary. OMC, hello from Washington State. That's what's up. Are you guys enjoying the pumpage? We were down to 41,000 earlier, but now we're closer to 42 because every time we go live, we pump. That's just what we do here at Crypto News Alerts. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have been amazing. It's been quite a lit fourth quarter, to say the least. Let me know if you agree with that. I mean, October was pretty lit. Moonvember was pretty lit. The first week of December was pretty lit, for Christ's sake. We almost touched 45,000 before correcting some. But hey, you got to correct so we can continue marching north. Let me know how you guys feel as far as the Bitcoin price action is concerned. I greatly appreciate that. I'm going to read as many comments out loud as I can. Welcome, Freddie G. Shout out Jack Jeong, Glenn T. Good morning from Australia. Shout out to my fam down under. Smash that like button. Greatly appreciate all the support. It helps out tremendously, especially with the YouTube algorithm. What up, guys? Pittsburgh, PA in the building. Shout out to Phil Dees. Jazz, what up, chaps? What it do? Hope your day has been excellent. Of course, we appreciate that. Shout out to the Green Thumb. I don't always buy digital assets, but when I do, it's Bitcoin only. Love to hear that, family. How many of you have been taking advantage of this dip? Many of you have been praying, please dip one more time. Well, you got it. Did you seize the moment and take advantage of it? Because this window of opportunity is closing. Just saying. What it do, Dennis? Good to see you. Earl Harris, we pump. That's right. We're going to keep it pumping. Now, if you don't diversify, then you won't get ahead of all the altcoins. Follow the Bitcoin chart. According to Keith Hunt from Kent, England. What up, Silas? Good to see you, fam. How you been? Just paid $37 for the Bitcoin network fees. That's right. The average transaction right now is roughly $37, right? What you paid. Shout out to Shadow. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. The Bitcoin network fees are the highest it's been since back in 2021 when we hit that all-time high. The transaction fees are up over 700% on the year. That's thanks to the Bitcoin ordinals congesting the Bitcoin blockchain. Some solutions for that, you got to look into the layer 2, such as Lightning Protocol via the Strike app, and there's many other alternative methods as well. Welcome, Raven. Seems to have hit a pretty good resistance at 42, says Raven. Dips here, then people missed the boat. Exactly, they always do. And the same people that claim they're going to buy the dip typically never do because they're always waiting for a lower price. This is a mind game, and Bitcoin's in your mind. It's in your head, fam. Not that it'll matter. January 11th, well, you got to keep in mind, 3 weeks until potential ETF approval. That's right around the corner. So exciting times. Two of the biggest catalysts in Bitcoin. Obviously, the halving every 4 years, and then we have the ETF, this is a first. We never had the institutional FOMO the previous cycles, so these two catalysts combined are going to be historic. Then you got to add in the fact there's a supply shock occurring on the exchanges. BlackRock alone is going to need more than 1 million Bitcoin, and they say there's 1.8 to 2 million Bitcoin even left on the exchanges. Then you got to factor in the sovereign wealth funds, the nation state adoption. So FOMO is very real, and you're going to see that here in today's show. What up, Crypto Lucian says, what up, broski? Appreciate you guys. What it do? Phil C, what it do? Krona Free. Hey, stacked more Bitcoin in New York. $37. Yeah, I mean, or 0.375. Congratulations. Keep stacking them sats. You got to do what it got to do. Keep stacking, and you'll be very happy that you did that this time next year. Mark my words. Let's freaking go, Crypto News fam. Shout out to Kenzo. Shout out to Pambo. And shout out to everyone in the Lambo. When Rari. What do you guys think? I mean, it's about to get lit. FOMO for the bromons, the broskis, and the siskis. What it do? All good, fam. How about yourself? I'm doing fantastic. Another beautiful day in paradise here in Puerto Rico with lots to share. I'm just very blessed to be sharing the news with you here today as we do each and every day. That's right, Alex. Let's not forget the FASB for the rules for accounting. It's officially going to take place in December of 2024, which is a game changer for the corporations and mass adoption. Mike Saylor has been talking about the importance of the FASB rule change. And lo and behold, he says that's one of the catalysts that will usher in a $5 million Bitcoin price action. So let's freaking go. Ontario in the building. Bitcoin ETF commercials are rising. That's right. Bitwise just launched an ETF ad. It's 15 seconds. Later on the reacts on Rumble, we'll be actually reacting to it live. Pretty dope. Quick 15-second ad, but gets the job done. We'll be talking about it here in the show as well. I think it's going to usher in a frenzy of ETF ads from all the top asset management firms, which is a good thing. Competition in the market. Debating what car I'm going to buy next year. I'm thinking a CB. What does CB even stand for? I'm not sure off the top of my head, but congrats on that. That's what's up. I like cars myself. Ontario and Philly, says Keith Hunt. That's what's up, family. But anyways, let's kick this baby off as we do each and every day. If you're new to the channel, be sure to smash the subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, including weekends just like this. Also be sure to smash the like and hit the bell icon as it helps out tremendously with that YouTube algorithm. And our goal is to get to 100,000 subs and help usher in this mass Bitcoin adoption. And with your help, we can turn that into a reality. And I greatly appreciate each and every one of your support. And with that being shared, fam, today is pod episode number 1495. I'm your host, JV, and today is December 18th, 2023. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. Let me know if you can see the screen clearly. You should be able to see Bitcoin correcting, trading just above $41,700, down just 1% on the day. I bet we flip green here shortly. Let's see. We have Ether down almost 3%, maintaining above 2100. AVAX pull back 5%, but also one of the top gainers for the past few weeks in the crypto market. And let's zoom out because they say when in doubt, zoom out. So let's look on the monthly. Bitcoin is still up 14% the past 30 days. Ether up almost 11%. Solana up 23%. Cardano 57%. And AVAX straight killing the game, up over 81%. Only BNB and XRP are the top cryptos not in the green on the month. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, we're currently sitting at a $1.57 trillion crypto market cap with roughly 61 billion in volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance back on the rise at 52.1%, with the Ether dominance still declining at 16.7%. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers in the past 24 hours, Block Stacks leading the pack Nasdaq up almost 17% on the day and 34% on the week. We have SEI up 9%, followed by Injective up over 9%. Now, which altcoins, if any, are you most bullish on for this bull run? Please do let me know in the comments right down below. And checking out Crypto Bubbles to get a visual perspective of the overall altcoin market. Virtually everything is in the red, only a handful in the green, which include Blockstacks, Woo, Injective, SEI, and Hex back in the green. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're down to a 65 in greed. I think yesterday we were a 70 or 73. Last week was a 74, and last month a 69 in greed. So there you have it, my crypto fam. How many of you are currently bullish for the price action for the rest of December? Please do let me know. I'll read some more comments out loud before diving into the latest Bitcoin TA, as well as the 5 things to watch out for in the Bitcoin market this week. That's right, says Earl. Any Japanese car I'll buy, that's all I buy. Oh, right on. Well, Japanese cars are like Honda, right? What are the other ones out there? I don't know. No German car, too much tech, says Keith Hunt. Subarus do well out of town as well, says Will. Stacking, Kaspa, and Kaz, says Nate G. The altcoins he is bullish on. I like the GTRs and the new Supras, says Phil. A little car talk for you guys. Let's see that Bitwise video. It's only 15 seconds, but it's short and to the point, and it's that one older gentleman that is infamous on ads. So I think people will really be digging it. I shared it earlier on X. It's been getting a lot of traction, of course, all across crypto Twitter. Does anyone else have dirty thoughts about Crypto Casey, or is that just me? I don't even know who Crypto Casey is, so that's just you, Dirty. I mean, your username is Dirty, for Christ's sake. I expect nothing less. 911 Porsche Turbo. Now we're talking my language. I love the Porsches here personally. I actually sold my Porsche before moving to Puerto Rico. And I'm glad I did, because it actually worked out better that way, because Bitcoin at that time, I don't know, was maybe $9,000 per coin. Now, what's good, peeps? Sideways and bullish, says UFO Nut, right on. My Subaru ripped 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. Wow, almost as fast as a Tesla. That's what's up, Raven. Sounds pretty amazing. Salute, Wise, my bro. Yeah, let's get it. Hope you well. Appreciate you guys. What it do? Tim, welcome, welcome. 88, welcome. Everyone just joining us, welcome. Silver, welcome. Most consistent streamer in the space. You got that right, Caden. And I appreciate everyone's support. That's why I'm here for you guys every day. You show up, and it's a win-win for all of us. I got a Cybertruck on order. That's what's up, Yahim. How much money did the Cybertruck cost? I like the fact it's bulletproof. Kind of makes you feel safe in this crazy world, and it almost seems indestructible. Maybe if they threw a bowling ball at the window, I don't know if it would hold up, but I saw it was bulletproof, and that was pretty impressive. Crypto Casey is cute and know her-ish on crypto, says John Matrix. Okay, so another streamer. I gotcha. Crypto Casey, shout out to her. I want to keep my Corolla until Bitcoin is $1 million, says Michael Brown. Yeah, you pull a Bankman Fried. Didn't he have a Corolla? Let me know. Love your show, says Morton. Watch almost every day. Have learned a lot, and it's fun also. Well, thank you, Morton. It means the world to me. Appreciate your ongoing support. Love your show, says Stank Face. Well, I love your stank face. So thank you. I got Bitcoin on Fidelity already. Word. You can buy through Fidelity. That's awesome. Good stuff. Is that... I guess it's not the ETF, because the ETF is not live from Fidelity, but I'm sure it's coming soon. Late to the party, but better late than never. Juan Romero, shout out. Much love. Love Camry. Right on, Keith. Cuff in the building. Welcome, Cuff. Got the new Lexus Hybrid and love it, says UFO. That's what's up. Good cars. All right, guys, let's kick it next with our TA and check out some of the things popping off in the space this week that should be on your radar. And Merry Christmas, fam. Christmas is now officially only a few days out, so pretty exciting times. So yeah, here's the 5 things to watch out for in the Bitcoin market this week. Number 1, analysts line up the key Bitcoin price support levels. Here we go. At around 41.3, the weekly close came midway through the local sell-off for the King Crypto. Downside continued overnight with Bitcoin hitting 40,800, which is the bottom for this week, before reversing during the Asia trading session and returning to 41.8-ish at the time of this recording, which is where we're currently at. Here you're looking at the Bitcoin 1-hour candle chart. Traders and analysts already wary of potential further dips based on the recent Bitcoin price action, but some analysts remain cautious. Charts don't lie, according to material indicators. Summarizing at the start of one post, he notes that Bitcoin has lost the 21-day moving average into the new week, an event it says is inherently bearish. But we got to keep in mind, we just had 8 weekly green candles back to back for 8 weeks in a row. So I think it's healthy, in my humble opinion, that we finally pull back. We can't be in the green forever, in my opinion. What do you guys think? It added that it was expecting year-end profit taking and tax loss harvesting to prevail in the near term. And continuing, we had Keith Allen, who flagged an ongoing battle for the key Fibonacci retracement level corresponding to the November 2021 all-time highs. Quoting the analyst here, it is too early to say if this December 17th pattern is going to play out. We can make the determination at the close and for now, but it is safe to say the Bitcoin bulls need to push the price back above the 0.5 Fibonacci to reclaim the golden pocket or risk losing the 21-day exponential moving average. And trader Scoo added some lines in the sand in the form of the 200 period and 300 period exponential moving average on the 4-hour time frames, along with the 50-day EMA, all currently sitting 2,500 below the spot price. Quoting the analyst here, from here, there's 2 technical levels on the 1 week and the 1 month. He continued, he shared 39 and 38 potential support on the high time frame and unsustainable push lower. There would be a decent bid. 47 to 48 high time frame resistance. Unsustainable drive higher would be a good area to take profits. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analyst. Now for the next factor to keep your eyes out on this week, we have PCE, GDP, due amid increasing belief in a Fed pivot. That's right. The coming week sees the November print of the personal PCE index, the Fed's preferred inflation gauge leading U.S. macro events. Coming after last week's multiple key Fed decisions, data must now continue to show inflation abating heading into 2024. The next FOMC meeting to decide the changes to interest rates is now at the end of January. But since last week, the markets have been entertaining the prospect of a pivot becoming a reality. As TED Talks Macro shares here, the market is now pricing a full 25 BPS rate cut by July of 2024 following today's Fed meeting. And the latest data from the CME Group FedWatch tool currently puts the odds of the rate cut next meeting at around 10%, with the majority of the key macro figures still yet to come. Quoting the Kabisi letter, even with stocks up, uncertainty is still everywhere. Here's the key events this week. Number 1, November building permits data. That is actually on Tuesday, which would be tomorrow. Also Wednesday, we have the consumer confidence data. Then on Wednesday, we also have existing home sales data. Then on Thursday, Q3 2023 GDP data. Then on Friday, the November PCE inflation data, followed by the new home sales data. So another busy week for the markets. And now for the next factor to keep your eyes out on this week, the fees stay elevated. That's right. The fees are currently outrageous at an average price of roughly $37 per transaction on the Bitcoin blockchain. With ordinals back on the radar, those wishing to transact on chain face $40 fees at the weekend. Now, miner revenues skyrocketed as a result, hitting levels not witnessed since Bitcoin 69,000 all-time high, which ultimately means we haven't seen prices this outrageous as far as the transaction fees since November of 2021. So into the new week, the fees have already fallen considerably, which is a good sign, with the next block transactions confirming for under $15 at this time. So they just dropped in half from where they were last week. And commenting on the situation, we have Freddie Krueger, that market participants should now turn their attention to the decision on approving the first spot Bitcoin ETF due early next month. That's right. The window is between January 5th to the 10th. The ETF experts are predicting a 95% chance of approval. What are your thoughts, fam? Noting that the fees were already falling fast, he defended the Ordinals creators' right to use the blockchain to store their work. This debate looks like a nothing burger for now. Back to waiting for the ETF. Quoting VJ here, Bitcoin concern troll circa 2017. Bitcoin's network will not be secure because the block subsidy is shrinking and transaction fees won't be enough. Bitcoin concern trolls today, transaction fees are too high. That's right. Well, you got to keep in mind there are layer 2 solutions such as the Lightning Network, which already exists. Now, quoting the analyst here, layer 1 fees are incredibly high right now. Seems obvious, even if self-serving, that defaulting most transactions to the Lightning Network is the way to go for all the exchanges and wallets. That's right. So support the exchanges which have activated Lightning protocol. David Marcus shared that, the former Facebook executive and now the CEO of co-founder of Lightning startup, Lightspark. Now, per the data from monitoring resource Mempool, meanwhile, the block space remained in huge demand with a backlog of unconfirmed transactions still circling, 300,000. Now for the next factor to keep your eyes out on in Bitcoin this week, new addresses pose the bull market, momentum risks. That's right, the Bitcoin network growth has taken a breather this month in line with the bull market comeback. In new data from Glassnode, they confirm the number of new Bitcoin addresses have continued its downtrend throughout December. So for December 17th, the latest date for which the data is available, around 373,000 addresses appeared in on the on-chain transaction for the first time. This is approximately half of the recent local daily high, which Glassnode shows came in early November. And commenting on the numbers, we have Ali, the analyst, describing the tailing off of new addresses as noticeable and a hurdle to Bitcoin price expansion. Quoting him here, there's been a noticeable dip in Bitcoin network growth over the past month, casting doubt on the sustainability of Bitcoin's recent move to 44 Gs. For a robust continuation of the bull rally, it is crucial to see an uptick in the number of new Bitcoin addresses. This would provide the need support for sustained bullish momentum. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analyst. Now for the next factor to keep your eyes out on this week in the Bitcoin market, disbelief behind the fear. That's right, the recent cooling in Bitcoin's latest up-only phase has delivered a corresponding pause in market greed. We dropped today, I think, down to 67. So as I mentioned a little earlier, and we always cover the crypto greed and fear index, euphoria? No, this is disbelief. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that sentiment. And quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser, Bitcoin enabled the mindset to make the Bukele miracle possible. Bitcoin maximalists living in El Salvador provided the muscle to keep out the shit coins that would have ruined the Bukele miracle. Bukele plus Bitcoin equals an unstoppable symbiotic masterpiece of sovereignty. So there you have it. Shout out to Bukele, El Salvador, Max and Stacy, and the rest of my crypto fam out there. And yeah, now let's check some of the comments. Let me know your thoughts on what's trending and going on in Bitcoin this week. And TA, do you think we're likely to test higher levels, or do you think we can potentially drop back down to sub 40,000? I know on-chain analyst Willie Woo said we can correct the 39,000, so we shall soon see. Knoxville says HODL gang, HODL gang, HODL gang, HODL gang. Amen. And shout out to the entire HODL gang and all the paid members of the channel. We actually just launched paid memberships 2 weeks ago, and we already have roughly 260 paid members, which is truly humbling to me. And probably, I'd guess, 170 of those were gifted from incredible members here of the community, just blessing random strangers with the gift that continues giving. So thank you, family. Emilio Gonzalez, what it do, fam? So much FOMO. Amen. There's a lot of FOMO in this market, and I dig it. Izzy one, welcome. Is that any relation to Izzy as in style bender? Let me know. Buy the dip. JV, what's up? That's exactly what's up. Buying the dip. Take advantage of it. Seize the moment. Again, we have ETF approval looming right around the corner. We have freaking Bitcoin halving 2024 looming right around the corner. So such bullish times. We have Christmas around the corner. I'm pretty stoked. What up, everyone? What it do, chill? What up, Max? Thoughts on, sorry, I'd never heard of that coin. I don't even know how to pronounce it. What up, Cherry Young? Good to see you, family. Discount December, buy now. You got that right. S. Watson. Congratulations to everyone that just got gifted a free membership. Punchy Coffee just hooked up literally. Is that 20 or 10? Oh my God, I can't even see. You guys are amazing. Oh, Punchy Coffee 20 is the username. So just gifted 10 memberships to the Crypto News Alerts paid membership. So I'm going to congratulate everyone. Alex Mansfield, congratulations. Thank Coffee on that one. Izzy, you have just been blessed with a free membership of the channel. Don Bismo, you have just been blessed. Crypto Rome, you have just been gifted a membership by Coffee. Snowboard, you've just been gifted a membership. Dougie, you were just gifted a membership. The Challenge Channel, you have just been gifted a membership. Blessed and Highly Favored, you've just been blessed and gifted a membership. Miguel V, you've just been blessed and gifted a membership. And JTNC, you have just been blessed and gifted a membership. Everyone show Punchy Coffee some love and make sure to smash that subscribe button and that like button if you haven't already done so. And more incentive to interact in the chat because you may get blessed next. just saying, we have a very kind, giving, incredible family here. So I am very, very grateful. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate supporting the channel. Trump for king, says Mohammed. For king or for president? Nice Bitcoin commercial, right? You digging that, Joel? Pretty lit. The Bitwise ETF ad. When end 2024? Good question, Victor. Where do you feel we're likely to end by the end of the year? It's a great question. I like to say 50,000 is a possible doable target. Around that ballpark. If we could continue the pumpage and stop pulling back, we shall soon see. Congratulations, the Challenge channel, for becoming a member of the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Punchy CNA is virtually Santa Claus. Agreed with that, Dirty. How cool is that? Some generous guys and gals on here, 100%. Thanks for becoming a member. Blessed, highly favored. One love. What does the membership give you? Honestly, it just gives you recognition. You get a badge next to your name. So when you see everyone with the star next to their name, it means they're a paid member of the channel. And what I do is when you guys comment, I gravitate towards whoever has the icon next to their name. So you get priority shout outs and commenting. So that's the big advantage there, to take advantage of that. But at the same time, even bigger picture, you're supporting the movement, right? You're supporting this channel. This is episode number 1495. That means for almost 5 years, I've been doing live podcasts each and every day, 7 days a week. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that level of support. And so that's what you're doing. You're supporting the channel, and you're supporting Bitcoin. You're supporting the community and all that good stuff that comes along with it. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate you, family. We shall pump soon. Amen. Send it. Let's get it. Merry Christmas, fam. Time to buy the dip. Amen, Joel. Take advantage of it. That's what's up. Let's freaking go. Shout out to Bitcoin Trini. Good to see the fam. Salute everyone. Appreciate y'all. Cheers. Drink some eggnog. Let's go. Cade says, thoughts on the Quant network? I am bullish on it because of all their partnerships. I'm not a holder of Quant. I do have some family members that hold Quant, and I know the interoperability is a big deal, and that's what they're looking to do. You know what I mean? Virtually bridging blockchains together so they can communicate. So I am bullish for the long haul. So there you go. You're a hero. I appreciate you, Cuff. ICP will soon lose the altcoin title. What's the altcoin title there? You know what I mean? Let me know. Salute family. Appreciate you guys. You're amazing. Hardest working man in the biz. And we just getting started. Wait until episode number freaking 3000. You know what I mean? Another 5 years from now, and where Bitcoin's going to be, we're probably going to be at $4 million per coin on episode, you know what I mean? 3000. So let's go. The movement, you already know. Let's go. Punchy is a blessed person. Amen. And when you give, it comes back 100-fold. I truly believe that's how the universe works. God blesses us when we bless others. You know what I mean? Melanie, welcome, family. Are you holding any CRO? Good question. I may have many years back. That's the Kronos token from the crypto.com exchange. I remember before it was crypto.com. So I was an early investor in that particular project. Honestly, don't even know if I still hold it. It's been so long. It was probably 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. I don't even know. You know what I mean? So ICP will lose. It's just getting started, says Cade. Smash that like. We smashing virtual Casey. Oh my God, dirty. Stop keeping it so dirty. I'm going to start calling you to ODB. Live and uncut. But anyways, fam, let's continue to get this show lit. We covered the latest TA. Let's discuss now the spot ETFs, which can lead to a bloodbath. According to the ETF Analyst, that's right. Spot Bitcoin ETF will be a bloodbath for the crypto exchanges. Let's check this out. Excuse me, burping here. While the crypto community eagerly awaits the possible approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF in the US, some analysts are warning this could potentially trigger unwanted consequences for crypto exchanges. Several industry observers predicted that a spot Bitcoin ETF could start trading in early 2024. That's right, we're right around the corner. And in that event, when paired with Bitcoin's upcoming block reward halving expected to take place in April, the Blockstream CEO, Adam Back, believes that can propel Bitcoin to 100,000 per coin. In fact, he made a bet that it would happen. He said he bets by March 31st of 2024, the Bitcoin price action will be $100,000. In fact, he bet some Bitcoin, not a significant amount, but he put his money where his mouth is. So much respect and shout out to Adam Back. Now, Bitcoin proponents such as Samson Mao have said that the approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF in the US could even drive Bitcoin as high as $1 million in the days to weeks following. Now, I've done a few episodes on the podcast on that specific prediction. So shout out to Samson Mao. Let me know if you agree or disagree, because he's ultimately saying none of this ish is priced in. Spot ETF, not priced in. Halving, not priced in. Sovereign wealth fund adoption, not priced in. Nation state adoption, not priced in. And he's ultimately calling for a $1 million Bitcoin price action next year in 2024. How lit would that be if he's right? Let me know your thoughts. But the forecast isn't that optimistic for centralized crypto exchanges. Who cares? Like, we care about the centralized exchanges, right? According to ETF Store President Nate Garassi and Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balchunas, once approved, the potential spot Bitcoin ETF in the US would be a bloodbath for the crypto exchanges. Like, they're not already making billions of dollars, right? So according to Garassi, retail spot Bitcoin ETF buyers and sellers will benefit from underlying institutional trade execution and the commissions. But on the other hand, retail users of crypto exchanges will get retail trade execution and commissions, Gerasi noted, stressing that those will need to improve to compete with the spot Bitcoin ETF. So here you have it, Balchunas, ETFs about to unleash the power of one. And then Nate responded, going to be a bloodbath for the crypto exchanges. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that sentiment. I don't see how it can be a bloodbath for Coinbase, because Coinbase is the custodian for BlackRock and all these major exchanges, but I see the point they're trying to make. Bloomberg ETF analyst Balchunas emphasized that a spot Bitcoin ETF will cost 0.01% to trade, which is an average fee for ETF trading. And I think if I read this correctly, it actually is read 1%. Correct me if I'm wrong there, fam. Now, in contrast, trading costs on exchanges like Coinbase reach, 0.6%, depending upon the cryptocurrency. So again, 0.01% is how they wrote it, and 0.6. So I just want to make sure I'm accurate on that. Once approved, the spot Bitcoin ETF will create more price competition in the crypto industry, bringing money back to investors from exchanges that spend massive amounts of cash to advertise their services at events like Super Bowl, Balchunas believes. Now, how many of you remember those Super Bowl commercials where everyone's trying to out-compete with one another, from FTX to Coinbase, etc.? It would be the last crypto Super Bowl if they launch ETFs, because ETFs are such a thin, rough industry, and some of these crypto exchanges were sort of selling populism, making a ton of money on their really high fees. He said in an interview with crypto industry journalist Laura Shin in September of this year. Historically, Coinbase has earned most of its revenue from transaction fees. In 2022, Coinbase made $2.4 billion just in transaction fees from institutional and retail investors, which accounted for 77% of its total net revenue of $3.1 billion. The firm has been working to cut its reliance on fees, though actively diversifying the revenue streams to other income-earning services, such as subscriptions. That's right. They have like a subscription paid membership you can join to maybe reduce your fees, XYZ. So there you have it, fam. Let me know your thoughts on that. And this just in as well. The Grayscale CEO, Michael Sonnenschein, says the spot Bitcoin ETF approval would unlock roughly $30 trillion worth of advised wealth for Bitcoin. And later on, Rumble will be doing a JV live react session to this particular video, as well as the commercial from Bitwise as well. So make sure to tune into that. You know what I mean? Now, let me check the comments once again. Yes. Yeah, man. Let's go. Is Pepe done? I have no clue, family, with these meme coins. I can't keep up. The new surrounded hype is around Bonk. Bonk is one of the top new meme coins that has the Dogecoin logo a part of it, interestingly. Now, I have to agree with Samson. This is going to be a cycle never seen before. I like to hear that, Shadow. Shout out to Andy Joe. Appreciate you subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Let's go. When the gold ETF came to market, the price of gold quadrupled. And the difference between Bitcoin and gold ETF. Bitcoin won't have that manipulation mechanism because it has true price discovery. Precious metals have been manipulated for a very long time. They do that through derivatives. And with Bitcoin spot, there's not going to be any way to manipulate the market and how they do it with gold. So you're going to get escape velocity and true price discovery, and I don't feel we'll ever be back down to these prices ever again. And again, that's right around the corner, so do with what you wish with this information, fam, as I sip on some more kombucha. I have a question. Should I convert Solana and ETH to BTC? I have around 70% Bitcoin, 22% ETH, and 8% Solana. That's a question you have to answer for yourself because you have to live with the consequences of whatever you do in your trading portfolio. I don't give investment advice, but I will tell you this. I'm like 99%-ish on Bitcoin, right? Less than 1% in USD, just enough to pay the bills, but I'm all in on Bitcoin. And I look at it this way: it has the least risks and it's the fastest horse in the race. So I sleep good at night knowing. Now, some of you have different risk tolerance. Some of you are like, yo, it's okay, 50% Bitcoin, I'm set, I don't care. But the other 50%, you're looking to gamble and try to increase your Bitcoin stack. I wish you the best with that, but I will say from my experience and from my understanding of speaking with thousands of people, if not millions of people through the show over the course of the past 5-6 years, most people who try to trade altcoins to increase their Bitcoin position fail. It is player versus player, trying to time the top, not get too greedy and hold on to your bag before it dumps. You got to be very careful out there because expect the unexpected. So just want to keep it real. But what do you guys think? Let me know. If you guys have advice for him, let him know. JV, the truth, the legend. Peace, bro. Appreciate you, fam. Shout out to Jason Underwood. Appreciate you subbing to the #1 daily pod. Breaking news: BlackRock will manipulate the Bitcoin price with the ETFs, says Roger. Well, we do still have true price discovery. It's going to be a lot harder for them to do so. Right now, they may be because we don't have the ETF yet. And Gary Gensler's a shady mofo. Just saying. Constitutional Stacker, I appreciate you subbing to the pod family. Let's go. Bitcoin is king. Solana, on the other hand, I like some of their Web3 based games that are on chain. Solana for gaming. Bitcoin comes first. Well, we do have an analyst, macro guru. What's his name? Raul Powell. He says most of his portfolio is in Solana. So to each their own. I don't hate. I wish everyone luck. I just like to see people win, right? Unplug from the matrix and win in crypto. And that's music to my ears. But the reality is a lot of people ish-coining are not going to win. So you got to be careful. What's up, fam? Made the live. Appreciate you, Megadon. What it do? Let's go. You are right, says Grand Buck. I appreciate that. How about you take out your principal of ETH and Solana when it goes up? Ask Keith. What up, Trini? What up, bro? What it do? You know what I mean? Some other questions in here coming in very fast. I agree. Bitcoin is efficient to the upside year on year. That's right. I don't like gambling, right? I like the sure bet. So for me, I'm just stack Bitcoin, hodl for the long haul, and let's take a look in 10, 20 years, see how well we did, right? That's my thinking because it's so easy. It's almost bulletproof, right? It don't get no better than that. I'm looking at JTO coin. Never heard of that one either. Looks like it's ready to 4X. Well, wishing you success with that. History is the best indicator for the future. Look what happens when the all-time highs happen after a 25% dip. An all-time high, it is a sell indicator to the next cycle, says Joey. We can all win if we are smart, says Michael. Raul Powell was once all in on ETH too. That is true. He was once a Bitcoiner. Now he kind of disses the Bitcoin community, interestingly enough. So I got to point that out as well. Cherry, I know there is money to be made short term, but Bitcoin will get you there no matter what. That's right. It's basically the safest bet there is. Hence why BlackRock is coming after all your Bitcoin. So you already know, family. Got one more bullish trend to mention. Please do let me know. Heroic. Appreciate that, fam. Hodl, baby. Love that, Sherry. 100%. Will you invest in any spot ETFs? Me? No. That's for the institutional money, fam. There's no logical reason for us plebs as individuals to invest in the ETF, right? I'd rather self-custody if I had the choice because ETFs are going to take 20% of your portfolio over the long haul. You probably get 100 basis points per year, according to Michael Saylor, roughly 1% per year. So you can only imagine how much money they're collecting in the fees. I'd rather not pay any fees and keep 100% of my portfolio and own the keys, because you got to also keep in mind, not your keys, not your cheese. Meaning if they're holding your coins for you through the ETF, you don't actually own the crypto. They do. You own it through the ETF, but you don't own it directly because it's not in your possession. They own your private keys. So there's risk factors there. And yesterday, I think in our reacts on Rumble, we played something from Michael Saylor, a new, his latest thing, showing some slides, and he talked about all these risk factors, which you have to keep in mind. There's a tremendous amount of them. There's a million things that can go wrong, and you can lose all your crypto. That's why I prefer self-custody, but you got to also learn how to self-custody the proper way. It's pretty simple to do, but you got to do your research, family. Don't let anyone hold your crypto, you know what I mean? Especially if you don't fully trust them, because it just creates more opportunity for something to go wrong. We call that risk. What up, MLG? 30 trillion coming into Bitcoin. Send it. Let's go. That's right. 30 trillion, easy peasy, just from the top ETF asset managers in the world. BlackRock alone controls 10 trillion. You know what I mean? Just like in Robinhood says over. A shout out to the Monkey King. We need a Monkey King exchange. And if you don't know, Monkey King is the Chinese version of Robinhood in folklore. And I'm sure many of you have seen those Kung Fu flicks of the Monkey King. I think Jet Li was in those ones. Lit. Anyways, where do you use for self-custody? Ledger? No, I don't recommend the Ledger no more, Eric. We don't recommend it because there's been a lot of hacks. There's known backdoors now, which they have admitted to. And also it's not open source. So I think a superior store of value cold storage wallet is going to be Trezor, Blockstream Jade, EliPal, the Cold Card, and there's a abundance of other ones as well, but those are the top ones that come to my mind. There is no second best, Michael Saylor. That's right, you got to ask Saylor, yo, what's your second favorite crypto, Mr. Saylor?
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset, it's called Bitcoin, right?
Amen. There is a crypto asset called Bitcoin, right? Yes, Concite Cold Card. You got that, Treasure Christie. Well done. And it has air gap technology where your cold card never actually has to touch a computer or the internet. It's the most secure way to store your cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, family. So look into that. Even if 30 trillion is off by 90%, 3 trillion though 12 billion now will be insane. Amen, Joey. It's going to get lit. I did the Raul Paul, but now all the flip flopping, Bitcoin and JV all day. Thank you. I appreciate you recognize that. I'm trying to sue someone, says Keith. Good luck with that one as well. Chris, though, you don't have to own the Bitcoin property if you don't have it, or you don't own it if you don't have it in your own wallet. That is true. Arculus is another one recommended, another wallet to look into. Trezor's on sale right now. It's a great stocking stuffer as well, so pick it up as a gift. You know what I mean? I'm here for the live chat. I appreciate that, Eric. The Jade has air gap too, and it's cheaper. Good to note, GG. Appreciate the insights. Tangem is another recommended wallet, so let's go. But anyways, fam, we still got a lot to cover, so let's discuss the ETF launch right around the corner. Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas to the entire Crypto News Alerts fam. Let's break this one down. Bitwise launches their crypto ETF media campaign with the most interesting man in the world. Now they have a 15-second commercial, and they actually just posted this as well, rocking that Bitcoin pinky ring. How lit is that? Long live Bitcoin. I'm loving it. Here's the commercial here. We'll do a reacts to it over on Rumble at the end of the show, so stick around. But anyways, here's the latest with what's going on. We have actor Jonathan Goldsmith, who appeared as the most interesting man in the world in an advertising campaign for, I don't know how to pronounce that beer company, but anyways, for that beer commercial. He's reviving his persona to promote Bitcoin ETFs for Bitwise Asset Management. Let's go. In a December 18th post, Bitwise released an ad spot with Goldsmith showing the most interesting man in the world in an upscale bar, as he is often did in his beer commercials. However, rather than saying his signature, "Stay thirsty, my friends," the actor had a crypto-focused message, no Bitcoin-focused message to be more precise. Here's what he shared. You know what's interesting these days? Bitcoin. Look for Bitwise, my friends. So there you have it. This is the ad that just went live today. This is a national commercial, so it should be all over TV if you guys watch cable. Now, Goldsmith appeared in multiple ad spots portraying himself as the most interesting man in the world from 2006 to 2018. That's a 12-year reign. Now, the commercials included humorous facts about his character, including he is the only man to ever race a Rorschach test, and he is on the upgrade list for flights he hasn't even checked into. The actor, age 85, God bless him, revived the character for a Super Bowl commercial in 2019, and a tequila brand for the most interesting man has largely been out of the spotlight for years, with the exception of recirculated memes. His promotion to Bitwise came as the asset manager has a pending Bitcoin ETF. Shout out to Emilio Gonzalez. I appreciate that super. He wrote, JV, you're like Bitcoin. There is no second best. Much love, much respect to Emilio. We appreciate your support, family. Appreciate you very dearly. Now, the SEC has never approved the spot Bitcoin or Ether ETF for listing and trading on a U.S. exchange. The commission delayed the decision on the spot Bitcoin ETF from Bitwise back in August, leading the asset manager amending its app in September, the large crypto firms sometimes hire prominent figures like Goldsmith to promote their products and services. How many of you remember FTX? They hired, was it Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm? That dude is hilarious. They also, Tom Brady, Steph Curry, you name it. I mean, I think FTX literally had everybody on their payroll, which is quite wild. But what are your thoughts? Do you think we'll have basically a competition of these asset managers with their ETF commercials going after your Bitcoin? Let me know. Hugo Pons, I appreciate you subbing to #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. Let's get it. And how many of you watched that 15-second commercial from Bitwise that just launched today? Let me know. If you haven't watched it, you can always go to my X account. I shared it a little earlier in the morning, or maybe earlier in the afternoon. But like I said, after today's show, when we do the uncensored version on Rumble, we're going to be reacting to Michael Sonnenschein from Grayscale, his new interview on the mainstream, and we'll also be reacting to that commercial. So it's going to be lit. Positive that they are starting ads on ETFs so soon. That's right, because they know it's coming through the pipeline. Now look, I told you we pump every time we go live. Now we're almost at 42,000. Let's recapture this. Smash the likes. Let's go. Ayam, I appreciate you subbing to #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. Let's get it lit. Appreciate y'all. I reposted that on X and my socials. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate all the retweets, family. Much love, much respect. Mark Ledger now has a backdoor. That is true. We covered that here in the show. There has been a lot of hacks, and I've been warning you guys about the Ledger wallet for quite some time, at least the past few months. We got 600 viewers, but we're just getting started. So keep it coming. I appreciate it, family. Let's go. Shout out Alex. I have to hear Saylor speak every day. Well, here you go.
Right? There's no second best, okay? But take all your money, buy Bitcoin, then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin, then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin.
This is advice from Michael Saylor, fam.
And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And
wow. Powerful words from Saylor.
if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it.
Word. Right on, Saylor.
And convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth, which is Bitcoin.
Wow. Very powerful words. Nate says, my girlfriend has a backdoor. Oh my God. You guys are too much. Sometimes I start reading the comment, but not until I'm like halfway through the comment, I don't realize what you're actually saying. I'm just glad I'm stacking going on. Still buying. 42,000 is cheap. Believe that, says Tommy. Amen. A great opportunity to get your stats on the low right now. I agree. Ledger, OKX, and Solana will have big issues with this bull run. Also, be aware of the Phantom wallet. Do your own research, fam. Stay safe. Sage advice coming from Will. We appreciate that. JV and Saylor are on fire today. Thank you, Christy. Isn't that a bit extreme? Well, that's Michael Saylor. He's a billionaire, so yeah, do what you wish with that information. Bitcoin member, what up, Bango? Good to see you, brother. Josh in the building, what it do? Pakistan, Mahad, welcome, fam. Will Guru me to Fook Bitcoin, or Facebook, my bad. Fook Facebook. Do I really care what people are eating? No. There you go. MIT Saylor has golden advice about play the banking system. Word, Saylor rocks. I think everyone here is a Saylor fan, hence why you clicked on the thumbnail to begin with. That's throwback Saylor, the Giga Chad, before he had any grays on his head. Right? Saylor is the man. Much love. Long live Saylor. But anyways, let's dive into our next story of the day. Discuss the latest with the Van Eck CEO, also very bullish on Bitcoin, predicting a new all-time high, and has very positive things to say about being the dominant digital storage of value. So here you go. The latest from asset management firm Van Eck. Let's go. The CEO of investment management firm Van Eck says he can't see a world where Bitcoin is overtaken as the leading store of value on the internet. Quoting him here from the interview, I think it's impossible for me to imagine some other internet store of value leapfrogging Bitcoin. Let me know if you agree with that. There's 50 million users of Bitcoin, so it's got the network effects. Breach. Now, the CEO has $76 billion in assets under management, also crushed accusations that Bitcoin is a bubble, explaining that no asset has ever been in a bubble that continues to outperform itself every market cycle. Breach. Quoting him here. Bitcoin is the obvious asset that is growing up in front of our eyes. Meanwhile, Van Eck expects Bitcoin to see all-time highs within the next 12 months, as he shared here on this interview. Van Eck's CEO expects Bitcoin all-time high within the next 12 months. It's an asset that's growing up in front of our eyes. Also, some good notes on the Bitcoin ETF effort and macro cycle, and I believe we already did a react session to this on Rumble the other day. It was a pretty good interview. The Van Eck CEO said, and his late father, John Van Eck, who founded the firm back in 1955, have store value investing in their DNA, and he sees Bitcoin becoming an accompaniment to gold. There you go. Van Eck launched the first gold fund in the US under John Van Eck's leadership in 1968. Wow, I didn't know that. Pretty neat. Now, Van Eck is one of the 13 apps gunning for the approved spot Bitcoin ETF fund in the United States, but we do have one man in the way of that right now. His name is Chairman Gary Gensler. Do you think he will approve this ETF January 5th to the 10th? Let me know, fam. The firm's CEO expects all the spot ETF funds to be approved on the same day. How lit would that be? 13 all in one shot. Bada boom, bada bing. ETF analysts predict the SEC will issue the decision on several pending spot Bitcoin ETF apps sometime between the 5th and the 10th of January, with BlackRock, Grayscale, Bitwise, Wisdom Tree, Invesco, Galaxy, and Fidelity. Hashdex and others also awaiting for the final decision by the SEC. So there you have it, my fam. Let me know if you feel we'll likely get that approval. Let me know. If you think ETF approval in January, put a big fat 1 in the live chat. If you think we get pushed back again, put a 2 in the chat. Now, if we did get pushed back again, that would mean Gary Gensler creates some loophole to not get it approved, continuing to kick the can down the road. Then the next approval deadline would probably not be until March. But the silver lining there, that's still before the halving of 2024, as the halving is scheduled to take place sometime probably in mid-April. So let me know your thoughts and I'll read those out loud. Big fat 1 from Knoxville. OMC put a 1. Shadow put a 1. So many of you are anticipating the ETF approval. Shadow says 100,000 is too low. It's going to go higher than that. I mean, facts. I agree with that one as well. Dusty put a 2. Christy put a 1. Brian put a 1. Melanie 1. Punchy got like 7 ones. Runge 1. Big fat 3 for March. 3. We have a 2 from Yo. Most of you guys got a 1. Will put a 1 and a 2. Okay. Right on. 1, 2, 1. So I'd say it's probably maybe 70% of you guys think we're going to get the approval with a 1, and maybe 30% of you are saying, nah, we ain't getting the approval with a 2. So very interesting. Christy says, Harry Gary won't be able to take the shame if he doesn't approve it. Right. I mean, he should be sued. I think he should be fired from the SEC, in my humble opinion. But what are your thoughts, crypto fam? Please do let me know. Soon Lambo put 22, so not expecting that anytime soon. If they deny, then the judge might have to step in and slap Gary directly. Yeah, like the old, what is that, Batman and Robin show where they're like, bam, wham, boom. We need to do that to Gary. I agree. 12-3 says Sherry Young. Infrared put a 3. What does 3 stand for? I don't know if I gave 3 as an option, so now I'm confused. That mean an alternative timeline? It's Bruce ETF. SEC has a lawsuit if they don't approve it. Precisely. Many lawsuits. Could be from every one of those asset management firms, not just Grayscale. Andrew, this hype is 1. Right on. No hair Gare. That's a good one. We usually call him No Claire Gare for no clarity, but he also has no hair, so good one. I thought 3 was for March. Oh no, 2 is for March. But I understand month-wise, 1 may symbolize January, 2 February, 3 March. I get it. Yeah, Gary will kick the can down the road until right before the halving event. Yeah, I think he will as long as he possibly can get away with it, but hopefully he can't continue to get away with it. Dirty put a 2. Outside the box is 3. There you go. Means expect the unexpected. Anything can happen. I like it. Okay. So there you have it. You guys have spoken. We shall soon see, as it's only 3 weeks out. I'm your fan from Iran and put a 1. Thank you, MGH, and shout out to Iran. How's crypto adoption, especially considering Bitcoin in Iran? Let me know. Ponk is about to moon. I've never heard of Ponk. Is that the new bonk? There's so many out there. 4 is I don't know. Okay, good to note, Nate. We don't know, so that's a good one. Once it gets approved and lawsuits fly, Larry controls Gary. That's right. BlackRock is ultimately the United States government, and they have more power than probably any government around the world. just based upon how powerful they are when it comes to their finances, right? Their assets under management is larger than most of GDPs of major nations on this planet. That's how powerful they are, right? One, because Bitwise ad. There you go, Nick. Maybe they know something we don't know, clearly. I can see Gary making things easy and approving, says Freddie. Well, I hope you're right, Freddie. No Hair Gare. That's the new nickname. I like it. I'm sticking to it. Silver put a 2. Punk is for punks who own bonk. Interesting. We got punk. We got bonk. When's Wonk coming out? Be like Willy Wonka. Skip on down the road. I appreciate you tuning in, family. What up, Cyberman, Texas? Gary is the Grinch. Larry is the Abominable Snowman. Guess who wins in the end? The Abominable Snowman. Good every follows news. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Sell the ish coins and buy Bitcoin, says Will Mike. Sage advice. 42K incoming. That's right. A few bucks away. We pump every time JV goes live. So smash those likes. I appreciate that, family. And we still got a lot to share. So let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss the latest with this $50,000 target, according to this top crypto analyst. And happy Kwanzaa. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah and all that good stuff that comes along with it. We appreciate all the support here during the holidays on the channel. So here we go. 50,000 target income in. Let's freaking go. Then we'll break down the latest from the Giga Chat himself, Michael Saylor, with his 425x prediction. But here we go. 50 G's, baby. A widely followed analyst believes that Bitcoin is gearing up for a rally above that 50,000 level, but the move up will likely be followed by a long consolidation period. We're talking about crypto analyst Mikhail Van de Poppe. He shared that he thinks Bitcoin will rally to as high as 52 G's before the next halving. The halving, which cuts the Bitcoin miner rewards in half, is slated for April of next year, roughly 4 months out. And although Van de Poppe has a bullish outlook on Bitcoin in the coming months, he does believe the Bitcoin will witness an extended consolidation period after the halving, where the King Crypto trades in a wide range without printing a new all-time high. Quoting him here, pre-halving, we are going to have a pump, and after that, we're going to have a consolidation taking place, and then we just consolidate into a range until the end of the year. And then we start to break the all-time highs and have the parabolic run, which we compare to 2021 or 2017. So at this point, 2024 is probably not going to be the year where we break the all-time highs. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analysts. I personally believe we do break the all-time high. We have Adam Back predicting 100,000 by March 31st. I'm not as optimistic as that, but I can definitely see a six-figure price action in 2024. But let me know your thoughts, fam. Now, looking at the trader's chart, he seems to predict the Bitcoin will consolidate between the range low of 38,000 and a high of 48,000 for most of 2024 before surging to new all-time highs the following year. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Van de Poppe. And to watch this video analysis he did, check the show notes below the video in the description. I also want to reference stock to flow model. Plan B has been very vocal about stock to flow for quite some time since I got into crypto. The stock to flow is projecting a $100,000 to $1 million Bitcoin price range post 2024 halving. So ultimately, between the next two halvings of 2024 and 2028, stock to flow says will be between $100,000 and $1 million per coin. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the stock to flow. And happy 42,000, we just hit it just like 2 seconds ago. I love to see that. Let's see if we can continue this pumpage. OMC, how much Bitcoin is on the open market for purchase? I heard between 1.8 and 2 million, depending upon what resource you're hearing that from, but that's not a lot. Considering all the nation state adoption talk going on right now, the sovereign wealth fund adoption going on right now, the ETF, you know what I mean, approvals going on, all these asset managers racing and fighting. So very limited supply. 111,000 by August predicts scraper scalper. I hope you're right. That is a divine number, 111. Love to see that. Once the exchange dries up, we will never be able to hold Bitcoin again. That's right. One asset manager like BlackRock can literally buy up all of the crypto available in the open market. Just like one individual. Then what happens with all the other people who need to get their hands on Bitcoin? Are you starting to understand the frenzy of FOMO at the institutional level that's going to be going on? It's going to be lit. I'm telling you guys. Hey, Helen, welcome, family. Cheers. I appreciate you tuning in to the pod. You're an OG here on the channel, so much love, much respect. Let's get it. Hit that like, everyone. Thanks for the reminder, Helen. The more likes we get, the more eyeballs we're going to get on this channel, and the faster we're going to hit our Bitcoin goals, right? And have this 100K Bitcoin Fiesta party right freaking here in Puerto Rico. So send it and let's go. 180,000 by May 1st. I love it, Joseph. Send it. 10 million. Now you're speaking my language, Barack. The 100,000 for Bitcoin is way too low. Then a million might even be low, right? Samson Mouse says we may see a million in 2024. What are your thoughts, family? I hope Samson's right. Oh my God. Imagine 1 million Bitcoin. I could visualize that. Why not? Let's turn this thought into a reality. Let's all visualize it. 1 million in 2024, blowing past all of these targets you didn't think were possible until 2030. What if that occurred in 2024? What if 13 ETFs approved in January, then by February, they all launch, and then by April, the time of the halving, we're trading at multiple six figures. By the end of the year, we're at $1 million. Then what, right? Will Peter Schiff finally capitulate? Constantine, I appreciate you subbing to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod family. What happens when they buy the Bitcoin up? That means no one's going to be able to buy any, and when you have basically no one willing to sell because it's in the hands of the long-term hodlers, such as you guys watching this show, then the prices are going to drastically go up because there's going to be people that need to buy. And at some price point, people will be willing to sell. So that's the $1 million question. At what level will most of these people sell? Party in Puerto Rico at your place? Probably not going to be at my crib because I don't know if I can stuff hundreds of people here. But nonetheless, we will have an awesome venue and a pretty lit party I'm going to be looking forward to. I can't wait. And for more details on that, make sure to join our Discord at discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. We have a server on Discord dedicated to the fiesta. So make sure to join that. Hiring now. Looking forward to seeing you there. This Gensler Jones Boomer doesn't see gold or silver mooning. They want silver. It's needed for practical use. It'll exceed gold, says JB. Barack says 1 million will happen in 2024 quicker than anybody thinks. I hope you're right. I mean, that's what Samson Mao's calling for. Imagine trading out of Bitcoin to buy back on a pullback and then it skies to 1 million. Exactly. Imagine that. We hit 100,000. Hypothetical, fam. Maybe you learned from this. We hit 100 G's, right? Next year, say we do it in March, 100,000. Then you're like, oh my God, we hit the top. And then you sell your whole position. Oh, I'm going to buy it back at 20. And then we don't go to 20, but we go to 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 1 million. And then you're just like, no, end of the world. Please dip again. That can happen. Be prepared for all scenarios. That's why you don't sell and sit in the sidelines. Just keep stacking sats. Don't be greedy, family. Gold and silver both have practical uses. Slowly, then suddenly to 1 million, predicts Brian. Right on, family. When did Michael say the 425X? That's our next story of the day. We're going to dive into in about a minute. So stay tuned. The cuff, I'll sell at 10 million a coin. No, here's the real deal. Like real. When Bitcoin is in the $1 million range, do you think you'd really want to sell it for fiat? Fiat crap? That means fiat has hyperinflated and effectively lost 99% of its value. Would you want it? That'd be like equivalent to maybe the Bolivar. What are some of these currencies that have the Argentine peso? That's like saying, oh my God, 1 Bitcoin is now worth 1 million pesos, so I'm going to sell the most pristine collateral and perfect form of money to ever exist with a finite limited supply for 1 million pesos. No, your pesos are worthless. Remember when El Loco, Javier Milei, won the presidency in Argentina? People were tearing up their freaking Argentine, I think it's the pesos, correct me if I'm wrong, but whatever their local currency was, they were tearing it up and throwing it as confetti. That's going to be equivalent to the dollar. So do you think you want confetti or Bitcoin at that point? Like real math. And look at the pumpage, baby. We back in the green on the day because JV went live. You support the show. You deserve it, family. One love. People will sell to buy things like a new house or car and will continue to hodl a bunch too. Nick says Bitcoin 1.5 thou in 10 hours. Nice. Not too shabby. Nice little recovery, right? Let's go. Gold and silver are fantastic. I have a fat base stock or stack. My end game is taking crypto profits and having physical assets, gold, silver, land, and so on. Right on, constitutional stacker. Keep doing your thing. Digital dankness in the building. Appreciate you, big dog. The only time you sell Bitcoin is to support hyperinflation. There you go. Shout out to Rafael Sanchez. Thanks for subbing, family. Shout out to our mascot, Nipsey, coming back in the room. I think he left because we have the fans on very high, and he's probably cold right under the fan where his bed is. But nonetheless, he is back, so show some love to the mascot. that. You know what I mean? What it do, JV? What it do, fam? Argentina is the peso. Thanks for the verification, Dankness. Good analogy, JV. Money is worthless. Fiat money is worthless. Preach. I'm about to hodl life long term, but what's the point of hodling forever? Because you're going to be able to buy anything you need with it. You can borrow against it, fam. You will be able to borrow against your Bitcoin at any bank, the same way you can borrow against it right now with decentralized protocols, right? How long do we have to keep 100,000 as the price before we have the party? Hopefully not much longer. When God Candle, 100K, Kaiser Candle, send it. Let's freaking go. It's getting lit. And look at this pumpage. We're still going 42.1. Let's see if we can hit 43 here shortly. Why not? Keep it moving. But anyways, family, let's now break down our featured story of the day. The Giga Chad predicting a 425 increase on Bitcoin. That's right, Michael Saylor's latest prediction. I transcribed. Here's the latest from Michael Saylor himself on Bitcoin skyrocketing to new all-time highs. Here we go. Because Bitcoin is just pure money, it's just as effective at 100,000 a coin as it is at 10,000 a coin. And at $1 million a coin, it's just as effective. And at 10 million a coin, it's probably more compelling at 10 million a coin than 1 million or 100,000 a coin. It's kind of a universally scalable asset that gets less risky. The only thing that's going to change, in my opinion, is when it was super risky and scary below 10,000, you were getting 100 to 200% a year annualized gains. And then it got a bit more understandable between 10,000 and 100,000, your gains go to 40% or 50% per year. And then at some point, they go to 30% and then 20%. And in the extreme, if everybody in the world understood Bitcoin, it would be 20, 30, 40% of the wealth of the world. So it would be $200 to $300 trillion in today's dollars. That's what's up. And then the price would be appreciating at the rate of global inflation in the fiat currency. So if the gold inflation rate remains at 7, it would still remain at 7, and then it would appreciate a little bit more because of the productivity of the people that adopt it as a treasury reserve asset. So there you have it. Michael Saylor is ultimately saying if everyone understood Bitcoin and its true value proposition, we would have a $200 to $300 trillion market cap in today's dollars, which is a 425x price increase. And he's also predicting $10 million per coin. But wait, there's more. He also recently shared on an interview with Patrick Bet-David on his podcast, Bitcoin is on a path to be worth $100 million, which means that the US dollar will have lost 99.9% of its value over 100 years. Warren Buffett knows this. Charlie Munger, rest in peace, knows this. And this is coming directly from Saylor. So he is predicting, and this is officially the most bullish prediction I've ever heard from Saylor, that Bitcoin is on a path to be worth $100 million per coin. That's when he was asked directly by Patrick Bet-David. How many of you watched this interview? Let me know. It's lit and it's fantastic. I shared this short a little bit ago, November 18th. It already got 133,000 views, so I appreciate the support over on X. But wait, there's more. The real rally, and this is now quoting Samson Mow, the real rally is when we go to $1 million, and that is when the spot ETFs are approved and we have tens of billions, maybe even hundreds of billions of dollars flowing into Bitcoin in a very short time frame. Now, what happens if we get 30 trillion flowing into Bitcoin and then we add the multiplier effect? Do you understand what's about to happen, fam? I'm talking about weeks or days, so that is the real rally. And shout out to Samson Mow. He's doing big work at the nation state adoption level. This is actually him with the Senator, what's her name, Kempis over in Mexico. So I think Mexico is probably going to adopt Bitcoin soon as a legal tender. He's also working with the president of Colombia, also the people of Suriname, which is just north of Brazil. So we're talking mass Bitcoin adoption. We have Argentina, many potentials in the Latin American countries looking to adopt Bitcoin in 2024. So let's go. Samson also just tweeted the other day, DTF approvals aren't priced in. The halving isn't priced in. More nation state adoption isn't priced in. Renewed QE isn't priced in. The multiplier isn't priced in. The Veblen effect isn't priced in. All of this is happening at the same time, and it isn't priced in. Let that sink in, crypto fam. Now some more from Michael Saylor. He says demand for Bitcoin can grow by up to 10x within the next 12 months, I mean, it's a given if you're to ask me. But anyways, quoting the Giga Chat again from another interview, which I transcribed, I think that this next 12 months is going to be big because demand on a monthly basis should double or triple or maybe go up by a factor of 10, anywhere from 2 to 10. And then the supply available for sale will be cut in half in April. Fact. Now, what if we were to 10x from today's price action, family? You run the math. We're talking about a $420,000 Bitcoin price action. Now, if history is to repeat or rhyme, we typically add a zero at the end of the price action every 4-year cyclical cycle. So keep that in mind. Back to Saylor. So instead of $1 billion Bitcoin available for the miners each month, it will be $500 million. It's pretty unprecedented that you go from a supply and demand balance of maybe 15 billion of organic demand and 12 billion of organic supply. What happens when one doubles and the other one gets cut in half? The price is going to adjust up. That's right. Basic mathematics, stock to flow, supply demand. I think he makes a great point. Continuing, you're going to have ferocious competition and will amongst Wall Streeters to get the most asset share. And you're going to have crypto exchanges competing, and you're going to have other tech companies getting involved. That'll be one check. So if you think about it like that, you just say, well, now we're going to double, and then we're going to double again, and we're going to double again, and we're going to double again. That coin is going to continue to progress to $1 million per coin, $2 million per coin, $5 million per coin, $10 million per Bitcoin. So there you have it. There's Michael Saylor's $10 million price prediction. And of course, this man is very smart. He actually has the company MicroStrategy, which he founded, is the first publicly traded company to put Bitcoin on its balance sheet. And they're now up roughly like $2 billion or something like that. This is the Giga Chad. They currently control over 174,000 BTC on their balance sheet. So who are you going to listen to? Michael Saylor or Peter Schiff? You let me know in the comments. And what are your thoughts surrounding Bitcoin demand 10xing this cycle? Do you think that's a realistic target? And look how much we're pumping. We're now up $500 on the day. I told you JV delivers. We come through. So smash those likes. I greatly appreciate it. We're back above 42,400 and this baby is just getting started. Was there ever any doubt? You know what I mean? You had a pullback. Did you take advantage of it? Hopefully you did. 1111, you already know. Let's get it. Let's get this mofo lit. Let me know your predictions. Do you think Michael Saylor's target of 100 million one day will come true? By what year would you put that target at? And what about 10 million? What about 1 million? What about 100,000? Do you agree with Samson Mao that all of these bullish catalysts aren't even priced in yet and we're just getting started? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments right down below, and let's freaking go. Shout out to everyone just joining us. Pumpflication, let's go. You already know. Dizzy and hardly any on the exchanges. That's right. Referring to Dizzle there. Look at the Binance chart. Right on. Bro, Bitcoin trade amounts are insane. ETF news on today does the job. Wow, that's right. I think this Bitwise ETF ad is starting to get the market lit once again, and I think it's going to usher in many other competitor ads. I'd love to see the BlackRock ad. Who are they going to hire? Who do you think? Let me know. They need to hire JV. What up, Schiff Giga Boomer? That's right. Don't listen to the Giga Boomer. JV Master Pumpeteer. There you go, Scott. Pump it up. You gotta love it. We are sprinkling. Let's go. You know what I mean? Exciting times, family. I love it. I love the pumpage. You know what I mean? But anyways, now is our Q&A session of the day. I just finished reading you all the bullish news, so hopefully you appreciate that and you spread the love. Let people know about the channel, the podcast. Again, this is episode 1495. 5 days from now is going to be episode number 1500. Time flies. You know what I mean? We'll be insane. Heck yeah, Nick. I cannot wait. It's going to be lit. Spot ETF approval will pump so much into the market, 100% Jonas, because so much money is going to be able to flow into Bitcoin, money that's not capable of flowing in right now because of regulatory hurdles from No Hair Gare. You know what I mean? So screw No Hair Gare. He needs to approve the ETFs already. And once we get that approval, expect billions and eventually trillions to enter the Bitcoin market, right? The Bitcoin market is still a pup, kind of like Nipsey. Like for real, like we're less than $1 trillion market cap. That's nothing. The total addressable market in the world is north of 700 trillion. So when Saylor starts saying, yo, if everyone understood the true value proposition of Bitcoin, we'd already be at a 200 to 300 trillion Bitcoin market cap. He truly believes that, right? Because a lot of people are clueless. They don't know what's going on right now. They're maybe expecting CBDCs are going to save us. No, CBDCs are going to enslave us. There's a difference. Bitcoin's the escape valve. It's the escape hatch. It's how you unplug from the freaking matrix and their corruption so you can have freedom and sovereignty. Instead, CBDCs are going to usher in slavery, war, famine, and all that BS that comes along with it, just like we're witnessing in real time in the world right now. I truly do believe that Bitcoin is God hacking humanity, showing us a better way to defeat these devilish, satanic forces plaguing planet Earth. What are your thoughts? No Hair Gare, that's the new name. You already know. BlackRock needs to hire Max Kaiser for advertising. Amen. Hire the high priest. If they don't, they're stupid. I'd hire Saylor and Max. Those are the two Giga Chads right there. Max and Saylor. Tag team it. Both of them in the same freaking commercial. If you have them on your side, trust me, you're going to be very, very happy. Easy 100,000 in January. Send it. Let's get it. Cashier Woods is buying MicroStrategy. Are you referring to Kathy Wood? Shadow? Can we recite the Bitcoin prayer for our brothers and sisters waiting for the price collapse that ain't happening? Such a sad prayer. Yeah, Kathy Wood. Shout out Kathy Wood, ARK Invest. Cute little but walking now will soon mature into a strong bull. Amen, Terry. Amen. Preach says, thank face. Appreciate that. God count 100,000. Let her rip. Let's go. Christy, it should be back hair gear. Mr. Burns. I like Mr. Burns as well. What up, JB? What up, Philip? What it do, family? Good to see you. Appreciate you tuning in. What up, Jonas? Your thoughts on XRP? Great question. And we're still pumping. We're up over 500 on the day. Let's go. That's right. Oh, yeah. So XRP is a bridge currency, which we know, right? It's the chosen crypto to usher in the CBDCs. I'm anti-CBDC because I'm pro-humanity and freedom. CBDCs is going to be a technology to ultimately cripple humanity. It's central bank programmable money. And when they can program your money, it's not going to be for the good. I can guarantee you that. What up, Scott? I appreciate that, super family. Thanks for sending your first super ever on stream. I appreciate that. Huge fan of the crypto news. Greatly appreciate you. There should be a debate. Alex Jones, Jim Cramer, Peter Schiff, and Michael Saylor. I mean, no one even wants to hear Peter Schiff even speak anymore, let alone Jim Cramer. Let's just play Saylor and Max. Screw the rest. Pump watch tonight? Maybe so, Raven. If we continue the pumpage, we'll have a pump watch, right? If we continue the momentum, pump watch this evening, why not? Also, 9 p.m. Eastern, I'll be back on the channel. What we do is we take the live stream, such as we're recording live right now, then we edit out all the Q&A, so it's just pure content, and then we have it as a premiere, and I'm watching it with you. That's 9 p.m. Eastern on the channel. So there's actually 2 lives every day on the channel, and every once in a while, we'll do a pump watch when the market's going ballistic, and yet, you know, sometimes we do 12-hour streams, which are pretty lit, which I'm looking forward to the next one, but let's get above 43,000. Let's see if we can do it. We're on the way, only $400 or $500 away as we continue our pumpage. Since dollars are unlimited, they will eventually give you any amount of paper or digital digits to get your Bitcoin. Why do they, or what do they care? They know fiat will be worth, exactly. Thanks again, Scott. And they do know that. Maybe to convert you into the CBDC, they'll be like, whatever's balance is in your bank account with JP Morgan Chase, we're gonna double it. All you got to do is make the transition from JP Morgan to the CBDC with JP Morgan. And then people are going to be like, oh my God, my $500 is turning into $1,000. Where do I sign up? Where do I sign up? And then not realizing they just signed up for their own enslavement, right? This is the reality. People are ignorant when it comes to money and dollars and understanding where money is created from, which we know is out of thin air, what it's backed by, which we know is the military. They don't teach us this in school. They want us ignorant when it comes to financials so they can enslave us through the money. He who prints the money controls the people, right? And that's how they control us, through the money supply. Why do we got to pay taxes? They can print unlimited amount. Why are we struggling to pay taxes? You got to ask yourselves these questions, right? Is it constitutional? McAfee was preaching, it's not constitutional, and they whacked him. They killed him in a Spanish prison cell, and they said he hung himself, right? This is how evil these demonic forces are here on this planet. No Bencoin, please. Please don't even mention that. Asian markets are pumping Bitcoin. Well, let's go Asia. Asia's pretty lit. We've been talking about the oil money coming into Bitcoin. We've been talking about the largest oil company in the world, Aramco. You know what I mean? The largest Japanese bank, SBI Holdings, they just partnered for digital assets. What do you think they're going to be investing in? Bitcoin. We've been breaking and blowing the whistle that Qatar, I've been covering this on the show, thanks to Max Kaiser, is looking to convert their $500 billion, which is $500 billion of their sovereign wealth fund, into Bitcoin. So we're talking about nation state adoption, sovereign wealth fund adoption, ETF adoption, FOMO adoption, retail adoption. You know what I mean? Adopt, etc. Let's go. Bitcoin is being adopted on a worldwide scale. You already know. I voted for McAfee 100%. Right on. I would too. That's why we had him here on the channel. I actually did 2 epic interviews with him. It was on my bucket list to smoke a blunt, speaking to the one and only John McAfee, and I was able to do that. If you watch that, you're an OG. You know what I mean? Preach, brother. Appreciate you, Trini. Imagine buying ETH. I can imagine buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin will hit millions by the end of halvings. However, 29 more cycles by 2050, says Adrian. Well, I think the final Bitcoin is not going to be mined to the year 2140. So we have over 100 years, family. Pronounce Ramco, Aramco. Thank you, family. I got to remember that. Mr. Bitcoin Lane, thank you. Why no Bencoin? I mean, it's the ultimate ish coin. I digress. To each their own. I don't hate, but come on. We guys should be buying Bitcoin and preaching Bitcoin right now, not Bencoin, because most of you with Bencoin will get wrecked. Mark my words and come back to this. McAfee needs a statue. Amen. I love McAfee. He's the man. I am the gas oil industry. Trust me, I know. Oh, wow. Good to note, family. So yeah, they're bullish. If the largest oil company in the world in Saudi Arabia is bullish on Bitcoin, you already know. Laser eyes, guys. Let's get it. Let's go. Aramco. Thank you, JB. Aramco. There you go. Let me know if that sounds better. JP Morgan lost millions upon millions of emails. Yeah, screw JP Morgan. They also paid $38 billion in fine for being a fraudster and a huckster. And their CEO, who is worth over $1 billion, the tapeworm Diamond himself, belongs in a prison cell next to Bankman-Fried. What's the difference between Jamie the tapeworm and Scam Bankman-Fried? There is no difference, except Jamie has friends up in higher places. That's it. I believe in hopium. Amen, Earl. Yes, it's Bitcoin. Don't waste your money on anything else. It's the real deal. I mean, if you like going to the casino, I get it. The casinos are always packed. Even here in Puerto Rico, people love gambling. So I understand people with their ish coins. I get it. I don't hate, to each their own. But you know what I mean? I tend to feel sorry for those who put everything in on these ish coins and don't have any Bitcoin because they're listening to their favorite influencer who's just looking to make money off of you. I'm not looking to make money off of you. I don't pump any coin. Bitcoin, right? That's it. I only promote Bitcoin because I believe in it. I can make probably millions of dollars pumping all the ish coins like all the other influencers and have a bigger following. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night because I know I'm leading you down a dirty path, right? Which many of you will never recover from. And I can't do that because I have something called a soul. Demon. That's right. Jamie Demon. You got that right. Jamie the Tapeworm. Jamie the Tapeworm from Rocco's Modern Life. You got that right, family. Hilarious. The more fiat you own, the more it owns you. Free yourself and own Bitcoin. Cheers to that, family. Well said. Appreciate you guys. 88,000 Bitcoin in 7 days. Let's go. Is that by Christmas time? Is that what Santa has in store for us this year? You guys let me know. But anyways, family, we're going to continue with the uncensored version over on Rumble. If you don't know, I stream live every day on multiple platforms. We're on YouTube, which you're watching right now. We're also on Rumble, same time. It's a dual stream. The YouTube stream is going to end. We're going to continue on Rumble with the uncensored version of the show. We're going to be doing live JV Reacts and have an uncensored conversation, which I can't even discuss here on the tube. So go ahead, head on over to Rumble right now. Just type in Crypto News Alerts, or my direct link is, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Join the fun. It's going to be lit, and I'll see you there shortly. I appreciate you guys on YouTube, and I'll see you this evening for the premiere of the edited version of the live show at 9 p.m. Eastern. Deuces, YouTube. Head on over to Rumble. I love you guys, and I'll see you shortly.